is Juan Flores. I'm currently a private first class in the United States Marine Corps. I was born in Santa Cruz, California, but when I was 8 years old, me and my family moved to a small town in the state of Jalisco, Mexico. The reason we moved was because my dad got deported. We took the decision to follow him. We adapted to our new lives, going through many challenges. I was the only U.S. citizen in my family. I couldn't wait to grow up and return back to the U.S. Since I was a kid, I wanted to be a United States Marine. I remember watching movies and videos of Marines fighting all around the world and going through the hardest training. The discipline, the challenge, the brotherhood. I remember asking a Marine recruiter online about the requirements for enlisting when I was 12 years old, so that way I prepared myself and knew what I needed to do. Becoming a Marine was my dream. It was a goal I had and nobody knew about it. I left home when I was 16. My parents signed permission for me to leave on my own back to the United States. They had confidence in me and knew I was responsible enough to take care of myself. I started working in the fields and going to school at the same time. Getting that high school diploma was a priority for me. I needed it to enlist. After a year, I moved with my friend Alan and his family in Watsonville, California. They supported me like if I was part of their family, and I will never be able to thank them enough for everything they helped me with. It was my last year in high school and I finally talked with my family about my goal. They thought I was crazy until I sent them paperwork to sign, saying they allowed me to join since I was 17 years old and I needed that paperwork. My mom supported me the most because she wanted me to achieve my dream. She also convinced my dad. I talked with them about why I was doing it and how the whole process was going to go. They were nervous, sad, and happy for me at the same time. I graduated high school June 2017 and left to basic training a month after. I went through the 13 weeks of hell in San Diego without being able to send letters to my parents. It was tough, but I pushed through. There were several times during training I wanted to quit, but every time I would remember why I was there, and I would think about my family and making them proud. I wasn't going to leave that place until I graduated, even though that implicated going through the hardest training I've ever been through. The day before graduation, I called my parents and I told them I did it. That was the best day of my life. Being able to tell my parents I was finally a United States Marine and my dream was no longer a dream, it was a reality. I graduated the next day and went back to Watsonville for a couple of days to recover and get ready to go through School of Infantry. I graduated there and left to do another 4 months of aviation technical training in Cherry Point, North Carolina. During this time, I called my family more often. During the last month in Cherry Point, I found out I was getting stationed in Japan. I was really excited, but before I left to Japan, I wanted to see my family, which I hadn't seen in so long. Me and my brother were planning a surprise for my parents, which we weren't sure if it was going to happen or not, because the process of getting the approval for me to go to Mexico was long and difficult. But luckily, my instructors helped me a lot, and I got approved. I bought my ticket and left. I stayed with my brother for 2 days, making sure everything was good to go. The day came. It was Mother's Day in Mexico. My parents thought I was already in Japan. I sent my mom a long text telling her how much I loved her. She not knowing I was an hour away from home, about to give her the surprise of her life. My brother rented a nice truck, we bought her roses, and drove home. Before getting there, I put on my dress blues. Everything was ready. The rest, you can see it yourself. Tuya.
But you always really knew I just wanted to be with you.